Hello friend, how are you? Welcome to Tripan Study Center. Today we are doing most important chapter of history. What is the topic today? Trade and commerce. There is a part of economics. Economics here a middle period. There is a trades and commerce that important for the same time. The India had a fairly developed external internal trade during to the middle period. The internal trade developed along the local, regional, and inter-regional level. Trade is relation with the religions like China, Arabia, Egypt, Central Asia, Afghanistan, where is mainly stand on the land routes. Its carry is the overseas as trade with the Persians and Gulf. The South China Sea as a Mediterranean and the Red Sea, the advent of the Europeans trading to the company. The Portuguese is a British, Dutch and French intensified trading to activity in the Indian subcontinent. There is a mountain, and there the Asia is a maritime trade is also increasing during this period. And this period also is a witness to the proliferation of variety of new commercially activity such as the money, lending, brokerage, insurance, etc. We notice a large number of merchants, serif, brokers, etc. playing the active role in a commercially activity. The first trade here are inland trade. By the Mughal period, inland trade has developed considerably as every locality had a regular market in a nearby town where his people from a surrounding area could sell and purchase things. Besides this, trade at the local level was also is conducted to a periodic as market known as the Hearts and Pence, which were is held on the fixed day in a week. In this local market is a modalities like a food grain, salt and wooden and iron equipment. It's called as cotton, textile, etc. where is available. And this local market were linked to bigger commercially center in that particular region. And this center serve as a market from product not only from their specific regions but also from the regionals. And Delhi, Agra, Lahore, Multan, Mirzapur and Hyderabad, Calicut and the Cochin, Patna, etc. There is an important place here. And where some of such a trading religions during the Mughal period. A brisk inter-regional trade was conducted as a luxury commodities, and Jalauddin Bernis in their his Tectorikis a Firoshahi show that is a Delhi during the Sultanate period is received a distilled the wine from a call Aligarh and Muslims from the Devgiris established the cloth from the Lakshmatis and the ordinary cloth from Awadh. During the Mughal period, Bengal with it is important is a trading center. The Hooghly is a Deccan, is a Murshidabad, is a Satagan, and Patna had well-developed interregional trade with all part of India. Similarly, Surat Ahmedabad is the western India, is Agra is the northern India, whereas some of the important center with a fairly development inter-regional trade. This is important for here. The next topic is the foreign trade. There is an important for the middle period. As a Mughal time, India has traditionally been to maintain trade relation with the other countries. During the earlier medieval period, from the 10th century onward, India is carried trade with the contemporary China, Arabia, and Egypt. India also had a high stake in the sea trade between the Persian Gulf and South China Sea. India is imported silk and Persians and wears cambo and the cloves and the bags and sandalwood etc. From China and South Asia is a horse from places such as Bahrain and Muscat, Aden and Paris, etc. The India export included aromatic and spices. There is a cotton cloth, avars and periods and the semi-periods stone, etc. There is a foreign trade is the most important for the India, and during the Sultanate period, India had trade relation with the Central Asia, Afghanistan, to variations of Gulf and the Red Sea. India is mainly exported food grain, is a textiles, slab and indigo, produce stone, etc. That is important for export. And where is the imported to the pursue metal like gold and silver, horse, black coats and silk stuff, etc. India during the Mughal period of witnessed to further interpacification of their foreign trade owing to the advent of the Europeans trading companies and their direct participations in the Euro-Asian and intra-Asian trade. India had a trade relation with the Central Asia and Persian and Europe. Here the major export included to textiles, salpatries, sugar, opiums, and spices. In a comparison to hair export, hair import very limited to few or select is accommodated like a silver, silk, and procalians and good quality wine to the carpets, perfume, glass, watches, and silver, utilizing horse, etc. The next topic here, the mercantilist community. Throughout their commerce of the middle period in India, the mercantiles is communities play an important role in the contemporary economics and society. During the Sultanate period is a caravanist and the Nayakas where is a merchant and who is specialized in the carrying of grain from to the rural area. The Barisa is a term, is caravans, is a meant by who is moved together in the large number. Caravans is a man important, there is a moved together for the large number. These people can be called Banjaras in the later century. And we also get a reference to the Multanis merchant who is specialized in the long distance trade. There is mostly is a Hindu merchant. We hear a number of mercantilist classes during the Mughal period. The Banjaras have a innumerable reference in the contemporary literature as a trading group who is carried on trade between to village and between to the village and town. They are generally move with there is a family and the household in a group. The Multani is a merchant continue to the tribes is during the period as well as the place such as a Delhi, part of Punjab and Sindh. The Banais was another important mercantile. There is a community in the northern India is Deccan. There is a counterpart as a Khatris is a Punjab and Komatris is a Golconda. Apart from their involvement in trade, and they also is active to the Monolander. The Boers were to another prominent is a mercantile community during this Mughal period. It had a very strong presence in the Gujarat. Ujjain and Burhanpur is some of the other prominent is a mercantile groups where is a territories in the South India. And Kalings among to the Coromandel is a culture up to the Odisha and Komatis, Telugu speaking to a merchant group. There is the most important and here are sheriffs. Sheriffs it is was a, yet is another communities engaged in the Monteres taxations and reference in the communities began to appear from to the Sultanate period. However, there is a Mughal period is developed with three distinct functions. The function is the most important here. The first function here, money changers in this role is a sharafa was considered as expert in the judgings. There is a metallic purity of the coin as well as their weight. There are important metallic purity of the coin and the well as their weight. We also determine there is a current is exchange rate of the specific coin. And second here, as a bankers, they receive a deposit and give a loan on interest. And third point here, as the trader, they dealt in a gold, silver and jewelries. And besides, there is also issue the hundis or bill of exchange. And the B part here, brokers. Broker known as a dalal. Brokers is called as a dalal. It was another important commercial class. That is important for the commercial class. It is emerged during the Sultanate period. However, brokerage become a with the spirit of the commercially practiced during to the Mughal period, and they work to the middleman in a various commercial activity and transaction. The foreign merchant who were is unacquainted with their center of production and pattern of marketing and the language is mainly dependent upon the broker from their tradings. And this brokers is a worker is a various capacities. Some of them were is employed by merchant or companies. Some worker is an independent broker is a served to many clients at the time. A few of them work as a state appointed to the brokers at the commercial center to the register sale and purchase of the articles. The broker fee also not strictly fixed. There is an important point here. The broker fees was not strictly fixed. It development on the commodity and the effort of the broker to strike to the deal. The next point here, a commercially practice. Along with the development of trade and commercial class, some new commercially practice also developed during the Middle period. There is a first point is a hundi. The hundi is the most important. The hundi or bills of exchange was made commercial practice. A hundi was simply a paper document promised or a payment of money after a fixed period of time. Here the contained place. This practice started to the because of the problem involving in the carrying large amount of the cash from one place to another. The staff is who is play the key role in the hundi transaction and generally had a number of establishments across to various town and city. Their issue the hundi to the merchant is after accepting their cash to the transfer and the hundis is indicating the amount, period and place of the encashment. The person is carried to hundi to there is a distractions. The presented into the agent of the issuing itself and encashed their value of indicated. Apart from the merchant stay officially and other noble also use it is a transferring to money. The Hindu system established a safe and convenient a method of transferring money. Their shops is charges commissions for every hundi they issue. Important here. The insurance, the next point is the insurance. Insurance is the most important to the Mughal period. And this practice has become a favorite to the especially during the Mughal period. Contain insurance firm mostly is dominated by shop and development which look us upon themselves the responsibility of the safe is a passage and delivery is a commercially good. In a case, is any damage to be goods in the transit of the happen, this a firm where is liable to play of the compensation. A commission was charged as the insurance cover such a good. The rate of the commission varied to according to be a different races and goods. The rate for the overseas is a transportation of good was high and good going to the overland. There is a most important here for a rate for the overseas transportations of the goods and high than is a good going overland.